If you think you're smart, you're probably stupid. Now don't get offended because it's actually a good thing. Now guys, welcome back to JEE Diaries. And before I forget, there's a very good news. Today is January 5th. So I just wrote a little line for you guys. Basically I copied it from Instagram, so chill. So the line is something like this. Congratulations to all of you who have made it into the 2025th year of the Gregorian calendar, brought into use by English people in the 1752, corrected by Pope Gregory XIII in 1582, started by Julius Caesar, populated by the Roman king Numa Malus, and named after the Roman king Janus. That is basically January. So yeah, all the people with the two brain cells and those who have the attention span of a goldfish, they are probably out of the video right now. And so we can talk in peace now. If that is I manage to add the timestamps, then there would be timestamps in the video which will tell you that it is divided into part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is basically the progress part where I show you my journey of the week and how efficiently I am tracking all those things and all, and how much I have progressed, as I said in the previous video. And part 2 will be about the actual thing that you clicked in the video for, that is the title and the hook of the video, that is, if you are smart you are probably stupid. Now don't get offended. So yeah, let's get on with the part 1. So at first, a very big congratulations to myself because I completed the straight line chapter, which I was wanting to complete, but I really did not think I would be able to complete, even though I had so many days. And so I finally did it, guys. First step conquered. And now what remains are the other, I don't know, 7-8 chapters, but that does not matter. What matters is one is out of the list. And let me take you to the screen and show you the progress that I made in the last week. Let's go, keyboard shortcuts. So here you already see the Excel sheet that I made previously, that date, minutes work, page completed, efficiency. One more column I added is the time. I converted that into hours, which will be efficient for me to track, because you can see this big chart right here without the name. Let me add the name real quick. As you can see from the data, on 29th I was making that last day's video, and so from 30th till 5th, and for 5th I have not added anything because I will tell you about that later. So basically what we see is 88 pages, 27 pages, 13 pages, it constantly keeps decreasing, then 32, then 0, yeah, it went to 0 at one point, and then 81, 0 pages in the entire day. Basically that day was wasted. And then 81, a pretty good comeback, I would say. Then different values like efficiency, basically 0.5, 0.1, 0.5, 0.6 approximately, 0.7, and so on and so forth. And here I have tracked how many hours I am working and how much efficiency I am working with, which are very good metrics to have when you are tracking your efficiency and progress and all. Now today, the reason I did not add the time and minutes worked and page completed for today is because I did not complete a single page, but I worked for a lot of time. What happened is basically tomorrow our school is going to be opened after the week-long winter vacation, and so I had a lot of tasks pending and all. So I just completed all of them today, and that is why I did not add the time and the page completed, because there was no page completed. Let me just show you guys. You see all this trigonometry right here? If it is focusing properly, I don't know, probably it is getting blinded by the lights. So yeah, basically this and statistics and different things, all of these were completed today, including physics and computer science and so many things, just so many backlogs of school. That is why I did not add the time. The time would be probably about approximately 3 hours or 2.5 hours. And you guys can tell me in the comments that whether I should add that time into the Excel sheet or not. Like this time, should it be 120 minutes, let's say 120, or approximately 150 minutes, or I should just delete it? You guys can just tell me in the comments. Part 2. At first, I would like to tell you, or I would like to inform you if you already did not know, that I personally believe there are two types of smart yet stupid people. category one of those people are those who plan too much. You have probably heard of that guy, or you were probably once the guy, because I was one. I definitely know for sure. I was one of those guys who used to plan a lot. Like, I would have my calendar, my to-do list, my this that I would write on these notepads and all, to, like, plan to such an extent, and don't even complete the plans. I would have so many apps running in the background of different plannings, like Notion, like Google Calendar, Google Keeps, different things. At the end, I did not complete anything. What happened and what worked for me was that simple Excel sheet, nothing else. So basically, what I'm getting at is too much preparation time is not good, because once you are in that loop that, all right, this preparation could be better, I could watch another strategy video, I could plan better, I could think, I could do this, I could do that, while you are preparing, while not while you are working, but while you are preparing. That is the worst stage to be in. Especially this affects the students, I would say, because let's say you are in one of the significant classes of your life, like for example class 10, class 11, and class 12. Majorly these, because these are very targeted classes in terms of business, because boards, JEE, NEET, different examinations, and so people try to sell you these routines. They make videos about this killer timetable, this backlog clearing timetable, this that, and what happens is you end up watching one video after one video after one video. You waste your time, but you also waste your brain power. And the reason is because, see, let's say week 1 you watch the video of channel 1 making a timetable. Week 2 you watch a different channel's video on making a timetable. Week 1 you have made one timetable, week 2 you have made another timetable. Now you are having two timetables. Each week you are going to make another one and delete the previous one, and so it is going to get you nowhere. So ultimately you should make one and stick to it. For example, I do not have that Monday I will do chemistry, Tuesday I will do physics, Wednesday I will do maths like the timetable. What I do is just I focus on the chapter. Let's say thermodynamics. I will just complete entirety of the thermodynamics chapter and then move on to the next chapter. I know some people are gonna say it is not efficient, but the way and the level of backlog I am in, I probably reckon this is the best. And now with that we get to the part B. Part B are the smart types of people who are mainly can be described as narcissists. What they basically think is the basics are useless. You have probably heard one or more of your friends say, "Oh, no need to study that. It will not come in exam." And on the day of the exam, you open the question paper and the first question is of that damn topic. So, what do we learn? Don't trust these guys. They could be your bestest friends, but never trust the examiner. He can give anything. Seriously speaking, there are people who think revision is not important. There are people who think, oh, I will skip particular topics because those topics are not important. I will skip over the basic questions and try to do the advanced questions, and we know where it is going to end up. They are not the ones who are gonna score. Let me give you one analogy clearly. So in the JEE exam, the marking scheme is +4 -1. So for every correct question you get +4 points, and for every wrong answer you get -1. Let's say your friend, he attempts all the questions and fails in each of the basic questions, right? Let's say there are 5 basic questions and one hard question. He fails in all those 5 easy questions and gets one hard question right. After the exam, he's gonna come to you and brag about, I did the hardest question. He's gonna say that I did the hardest question on the paper. He's gonna flex, right? You on the other hand, you probably have not studied, assuming like me, way too much backlog. So let's say you were just able to do 2 questions, 2 very basic questions, very easy questions. If you were able to do those 2 questions, that means 2 into 4, that is 8 marks you are getting, and that friend is getting only 4 marks because he did only one question. You got double his marks just by doing 2 easy questions, whereas he did the hardest question on the paper yet got less than you. So this is where being an ignorant and also solving the basics comes into play, because ultimately however high can you achieve does not matter. What matters is, are your basics clear? Do you know where the formulas are coming from? Do you know how to do the derivation? Do you know the actual application of the concept in real life? Do you know For example, let's say rotational motion. Do you know the physical significance of the value omega, which is basically the angle rotated per unit time? And one more characteristic of this narcissist people is they think they are above timetable. Now, on one group A, there are people who are very smart that they make timetables every week, and on group B, there are people who don't even make a timetable. So, if you are seeing the diversity of the spectrum, you can see both the groups are present. But what you have to understand is both are stupid, whereas the intelligent group lie in the middle. What I want you to do is make a single timetable and get to work. It's not about the strategy videos, it's not about the life changing habit or tactic or tip or trick, nothing. It's gonna require sheer hard work. I know some things can be optimized, but it is better that you do the hard work first and then find the solutions or the optimizations. If you have not done a single bit of, let's say, coding ever, and you are on your first project, you are just trying to find multiple ways of shortening the code, it's not going to work. You just have to type that print hello world. There is no more shortcut. What are you trying to find? What are you even trying to optimize? Just ask yourself that. And if you want more of these tips, then you can tune in next week. And on that note, good luck on your journeys. Goodbye.